All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Journal with Witch, episode 5.
We had some good emotion and some good conversation
Indeed.
last episode. Yes,
It's-
Makio, trying to help.
Yeah.
I understand, but yeah, sometimes your words lack a little bit of kindness and warmth and
cushioning. And this
Yeah.
is not your where your talents are naturally aligned.
yeah.
Right? So
Loneliness is something that, when everyone else is dealing with, like the pandemic or something, all the introverts are like, all my training has prepared me for this moment,
or wait, what? So literally nothing
Like it's
changes?
hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll just keep doing what I've
Keep
been
doing what I've been doing. Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
Nice. Yeah.
And then the Asas of the world are like, oh, no.
I am dying.
Yeah.
Right.
But hey, loneliness is a killer. It's the worst.
Yep.
It's so bad. And sometimes it's so insidious that you don't even realize that you're lonely because you're like, well, I just happen to be alone right now. I can just bring some people around me and suddenly the loneliness will go away, right?
And then it actually makes it worse.
It actually can make it worse. Yeah,
Because then you realize that the people that are around you are not the people that you actually wish were around you right now.
Or no, not even that. Just the idea that loneliness is not a thing because of the number of people around you.
That
does not
also
correlate to
a
that
great
at all,
point, yes.
almost for the most part. It's more the way in which you view yourself and the way you view your connection with the people around you.
Right.
And maybe even the actual current state of the connection, people around you and stuff. So,
And
oh,
Makio is not your mother.
yeah.
Because, well, they're very different people. And she,
That too.
in fact, hates your mother. But she also won't tell you. And also, yes, in case, you forgot, your mother isn't around right now.
Right.
Like, anymore. Forever.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
へえ、朝はこういう人が好みなんだ。
You can't say that.
曲が好きなの。
Yeah.
やりたいことは何でもやっていいか
Oh boy. I'm sensing a butt.
ら。いつでも味方だから。ね、朝。
Wait, what? That just sounds
Huh.
great. Wait,
Yeah, okay.
wait, what?
All right.
ねえ、帰りにトイレットペーパー買ってきてくれ。
And that was her voice, too. Yeah. Huh?
お母さんもそうだった。
Oh, the lean.
母がそうだったのかも。
Ah.
Yeah.
味噌めていい？
なんで？
昨日エミリが勧めてくれて。
高速が大丈夫ならやれば。
Okay.
Yeah.
She testing the independence.
Yeah.
中学の時は何かやってた？合唱。
いいじゃん。
Yeah. Come on.
別にどっちでもいいんだけどさ。俺も。
Wait, was that a karate club?
Was it a karate club? Did you see one?
I
Oh my
think
gosh.
so, yeah.
合唱は？朝歌好きでしょ。
Oh, whoa.
頑張ってたじゃない。
合
Oh.
唱か。
決まりね。お母さん、間違いないんだから。
Maybe she wants the feedback, though.
じゃあお母さん決めてあげる。
Oh.
Oh.
どうしたのその髪。男の子みたいじゃない。
Wow.
それ言ってくれるの？親反対してるの。
There it is, yeah.
春休みの間に。
That's what actually
Fuck.
That's what actually was happening. Wow.
じゃあね。お、
She just
That
went through
was-
a journey
Holy
because she was
shit.
making a decision.
Uh-huh.
何に？
Yeah.
わかんない。
She never had to
Whoa.
convince her parents that this was a good haircut.
エミリー。
Oh, she just didn't hear you. Don't overthink it.
Yep.
Ah, no. Don't overthink it. No.
Oh, shit.
朝。なりたいものになりなさい。
嘘つき。
お母さんはいつでも。
無心してる。
Uh.
ムカつく。
Oh man.
Well, that was the whole episode. Wait.
What are you talking
No,
about?
that's OP. Oh,
What are you
my
talking
God.
about?
I was like, what happened?
What are you talking about? On the train? Yeah, not. Oh.
Okay.
5年以上帰ってないかも。
なんで？
なんとなく。
That's not a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
私先に荷物の整理を。
What? No.
なーにお茶の一
Stay with us for a little bit, yeah.
旦白状でしょ。見習っちゃダメよ。さあ来て来てほら。
Yeah. Holy manga. Let's go.
はあじゃあ二度と貸さないから
結構です。
Oh. And she even had the kind of
Yeah.
short tomboy cut that Asa had. Wow.
困るな。いろいろ思い出して。
Huh, maybe there is a reason you didn't come home in 5 years.
Yeah.
ねえ右じゃない絶対隠し通路あるしあ敵来てるお姉ちゃん
Happy memories.
大学はもう決めたの？
What?
She just started high school.
マキオちゃん手伝ってくる
もう少しゆっくりすれば。
すぐ戻る
Hmm.
ここ
朝どうした？
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right, all right.
何か話したの？うちの母と。
特に
I mean, she immediately started to try bad mouthing you, so
ことも嫌いなの
誰でも嫌い。
it's not an answer, though.
あの人は鈍くてずるい人になってしまった。
Huh.
一人でいる時間が増えたせいかもしれない。
Loneliness.
Sure.
Ah.
鈍くて
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like.
マキオは自立してると言ってくれてたの。
Oh. Those are kind of their
Yeah.
qualities, yeah.
マキオは白状と言い換えるようになった。
Damn.
それが
Oh.
私は悲しかった。
That's a cool analysis of like.
Yeah.
すごく泣いてた大事に思ってたんだなって思ったよ
But
Well, of
even then,
course she
through a
did.
selfish lens.
Well, no, that's.
お母さんってどんな人だったんだろう
No child should have to
Oh,
go through
absolutely.
that.
そのために私の主観でしかない話はし。
That's healthy. I think I get
Yep.
that. Yeah.
お茶もらってこよ
It's
I
not
don't
because I'm trying
genuinely
to-
trust people that are quick to share their opinions of other people, too. Feels a little bit manipulative.
俺も持って行きなさいってほら。
う。いえ、置くとこないから。
Just accept the gift.
だからお母さんと悲しさを分かち合うことはできないんだけど、でもお母さんが悲しければ。
Okay.
話を聞くくらい。
Okay. That was a very Makio way of
Yeah.
getting around to the.
Uh-huh.
あなたはそういう一言多いの。
You always begin conversations this way?
のことで手一杯な人が誰かの話なんて聞く余裕ないでしょうに。
Whoa.
協力してきちんと暮らすのよ。
What are you...
よく終わ
I'm not barely hanging on. What are you talking about?
Whoa.
Interesting.
That's fun. That's
Yeah.
fun.
出ないの
知らない番号だ。
Did they take like an Uber or something? Or. Oh!
Nice.
Do your own thing. Don't just go to the club that she's in just because she's your friend.
ねえ朝は部活どうするの
ならさん、おはよう。
Hi.
友達
B 組のたくみです
桜井です。
Mimics the tone.
卒業式の時小沢に告られたんでしょえなんで知ってんの
Oh?
彼氏作んないのいやーどうだろ
Maybe into girls?
う洗って返す語源できるからいい助かった
どうもー。
だまー
The way they
Yeah.
mimic each other's like intonations is fun.
打ち合わせ。あと友達とお茶したり。
なんか疲れ
I was with people.
Ah.
Yeah.
マシ君来るって言うし、買い物して帰ろう。
やったー
Hey.
え台湾行くの
Whoa. Okay.
全然妄想レベルだから。
Someone else.
貢献
law
監督人
firm.
のと
Oh, I see, I see.
Okay.
すみません、失礼しました。
Brings out the office chair.
お忙しかったですか
その知らない番号だと思って。
I left messages.
この用途をご説明くださいますか
Whoa.
Oh shit.
レシートか領収書は残っていらっしゃいますか
We didn't do this.
今回通帳のコピーをお送りくださった時に当然チェックされたのではないかと思
Oh.
うということでしょうか
ゆっくり喋ってください。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
わーっと言われると。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
使いも彼女の口座に自動送金される。
And that's the 5,000, yeah.
Right.
すみません、コピーはチェックせず送ってしまいました。だから30万なんて 何が何やら。
Who else has access to this?
失礼しました。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
確かに質問するような
Yeah, I was moving a little fast.
とんでもない人ではないかと。
はい。とんでもない人。
He's being very like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
そこ
oh,
パソコン買いました。
I did that.
一人で音楽できるかなって。軽音部反対されるかもって。
She said that you should join it.
それを責める権利はない。誰にも。
全然ないです。
I almost wish she would sometimes.
反対されると思って。
なりたいものになりなさい。
The contradiction, yeah.
わかんなくなっちゃって。
Oh, turned it into an eel. Oh.
自分を模索している最中のようです。
Yeah.
こんな状況でなくても、そういう
Even barring the circumstances.
私も経験不足でして、あなたのようなタイプの方と接する機会がなかったものですから。
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. You just
違います。ご職業では
書類の提出も締め切り直前。
サポートします。お二人の生活を
there you go.
Right.
これからもどうぞよろしくお願いします。
Lean on the professional in this case. Yeah.
ああ。こちらこそ。
You might
He's
even
probably
be able to set up something with the bank where. Oh.
いらっしゃい。
おううちの遠野と申しますが、広大さんとお付き合いされてる方ですか？
That's hilarious.
買い取ってもいいけど。
それじゃあ
What?
責任の所在がわからなくなる。
No, we just have to. There's processes for this. Yeah.
割と疲れたかも。
Oh.
大型犬にもふられてると思ってくれ。
Oh. Oh.
そういえばこの間朝にも同じことをした。あ
Uh-huh.
なたのスタイルだったか。
Oh. Yeah, he liked that. Yeah.
あなたの好きな人たち出てる。
Ah.
俺好きなの。
この曲のね、ベースが
Ooh.
Most people don't think about the bass.
目の付けどころがいい。
Now I'm listening for the bass. Yeah. Yeah, it's very subtle, but I like it. Yeah.
あなたの好きなようにしなさい。
そうする。
That's fun. I heard.
ここ
Oh.
ここのベース。
Oh. Now, what was I hearing before this?
Well, probably the underlying bass, but not the like.
But it was very like.
Yeah,
It was very
like-
subtle. It was there, but it
It
was.
still would have been there, but it's not the like. And here's where the bass does its thing.
Right.
This episode was packed.
This episode was packed. I don't think there's. I don't think we're ever gonna get a week episode in
Yeah,
the show.
no,
like
it's not
or not
happening.
even like a week episode, but just like an average episode.
Right,
Every
like-
episode is gonna be chock full of so much good stuff.
I think the closest thing to a week or an average episode that we'll even get, which isn't that, it will just be the show just decides to focus on the one thing. As
Maybe.
like a like a
Maybe.
little thing. And
Maybe.
and that
Either way, like that's
Either
not
way.
this. So
Yep.
like right now, we got going to visit grandma. We got the lawyer coming up to be like, hey, just FYI,
there's
we need
a
to touch base
transaction
about
on here
things
that feels
here.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, 300,000 yen is not
Cash withdrawal, like
it's not a crazy deal, in a vacuum.
But,
it's
like,
more the
I need to
idea
follow
that
up on this.
it's more the idea that like it was a full withdrawal all at once when there was no other like stuff of that nature.
Yep.
So yeah, let's talk about that. Then also just the picking a club being something that's, a big deal of when you're getting into high school and stuff, but having it be something that, well, usually you weren't the ones making the decisions when it came down to the tough kind of things there. And in a lot of ways, maybe even the reason why you were in the, choir club singing side of things to begin with was because, well, mom was trying to reinforce your clear, taste for it. And thus kind of made the decision for you when you were doubting yourself a little bit.
And
That can be very helpful.
Oh, sure, absolutely. And that is also like it makes sense that would be something that she would be thinking about, not just because it's something that she's lost because her parents are gone, but because I feel like that's one of the things that you end up struggling with as a teenager, because that's when you start to become your own person. And so then like the things of your parents being like, oh, just do this then, this will be really helpful, right? Where they give that direct guidance starts to be something that feels a bit
Constricting.
Constricting, right?
Yeah.
And so then, then you got to figure things out yourself. But instead of it being something where it's okay, I have someone to rebel against and basically be like, all right, now I'm gonna, cut my teeth and like figure out what's the thing that I can do and all that stuff. No, they're just gone. And Makio, because she's very conscious and like good at being in this new role that is very much not a parent, she isn't giving you that kind of guidance, right?
Yeah.
Because she's like, nope, I'm keeping my hands off. And it's like hang on, I might not want your guidance all the time. I didn't even want my mom's guidance all the time, but sure would be nice to have it some of the time. Like, because if you don't have it, then I can't even make the decision to just do not the thing that you presented me with.
How do I know that I'm doing the right thing?
Right.
Oh boy.
That's growing up, girl.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh
and
boy. Welcome to life.
Right. and
there's no such thing.
I have always loved this about this show. Every episode that it does this, I feel like it reinforces even more that this is a strength and a real understanding of the creator. Mm-hmm. But it's the way in which things will be brought up without it being said that that's the thing that it's covering, right? Like, we just get to see Asa struggle with something, and it's made very clear what it is without using actual literal language. And I think that is something that absolutely needs to be commended, because that is something that is very difficult to do, and their knack for also being able to come up with things that Asa would struggle with as a result of her parents being gone, I also think is incredible, because I would absolutely not have thought of something like this, right? Like the idea of just...
Which part?
Of just making basic decisions, right? And that it's something where you always have someone who, one, knows you very well to get advice on, but two, yeah, because you're still a teen, you can kind of get them to maybe decide for you sometimes, and then, okay, you don't have to worry about it, right?
Oh, gotcha.
But
yeah, no, I think
you don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I think this is a really cool way to show what the gap of difference between your mom and Makio is, in that she's going to basically hear you say something like, I want to color my hair, and she's gonna be like, okay,
Just go
and
okay with it?
she's gonna you know misunderstand and be like, oh, like what gives is like, oh no, not that, I meant you don't need my permission, like why are you asking, like
Yeah.
you can
Just
just
do
do
it.
that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as your school's cool with it, go ahead. And it's like,
I was really expecting a lot more pushback.
or I was really expecting a more specific response here,
Yeah.
rather than the, why are you asking? Well, I wanted to share with you the idea that I'm wanting to do this, or that someone else said that I should.
Sure. It was a crazy idea that I had, and I've played around with it in my head enough that I want to actually bring it out into the ether, but
How
I'm
much
still
you want to
not
bet?
sure.
There's zero chance she actually colors her hair.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's again something of where when you are in connection with somebody, and in a lot of ways, this is a very immature thing to do, but you basically want to see what are the things that they like really care about.
Okay.
You can ask them to be like, hey, what are your thoughts on this?
Sure.
And if they're just like, oh, I don't care, like, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you anything.
Well, it doesn't really give you anything, but it also is kind of a sad thing of like, oh, gotcha. Me bringing up something, you don't see it as an opportunity for connection. So you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Or
Now, that's an immature thing to do in general,
sure.
to try and like...
No, right.
you
But
know.
if we, taking this into the context of, say, the previous episode, right? Where it's the looking for, I'll just say the maternal care, right?
Okay, sure.
Because mom's gone, she misses her mom,
Yep.
Makio's here. Yeah, she's not her mom, but like, could you be motherly, maybe,
What define motherly?
Right. And the problem is that is Makio is like the worst person possible for that kind of like request, right? Because that is not the thing that will come naturally to her. Anything short of explicitly saying, hey, I'm lonely, comfort me, she's probably not going to pick up on it, right?
Right.
And so something like, hey, I'm thinking of coloring my hair.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's very...
Oh, cool. You should talk to Daigo. She's, got some experience with that.
Right. It's very easy for that to go from not restricting your freedoms to I am
apathy.
indifferent. Yeah,
Apathy.
exactly.
Yeah,
And that
and-
don't feel good.
And those are not the same thing, though.
Right.
And that's where I wanted to bring up this point here of that this is an immature thing that she's doing, but it is something that people do because when you make kind of an offering to another person that you're in connection with, it is rather telling if the offering, the connection offering, is genuinely like not given much thought to
Okay.
it. It's a kind of a, oh, well, all right. Maybe you need to get better at making connection offerings. Probably.
Sure.
You can always get better at whatever you're doing. But that is something that can be a little bit disheartening. So the idea that like, this thing which would have been from her mother, wait, Emery suggested that?
Sure.
Because she knows Emery better. And also the
Yeah.
wait, what color? Like,
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of types of responses that are, I care about what you do.
Right.
But then the idea to take that and go, oh, by saying you can do whatever does not necessarily mean I don't care whatever you do.
Right.
So that's just fun to then get into this here, where then she's being asked to make a decision of like, what club do you do? And she's like, wait, it doesn't matter what I do. I don't care what I do. Now she's projecting the fake or the assumed response of Makio into, oh, it doesn't matter. None of this. So then making a choice and what I choose, oh, it's all pointless. It doesn't, and that's the kind of like mental process that I absolutely empathize with, because it's so easy to spiral from person misses the connection offering. They're apathetic. Therefore, I'm apathetic. Therefore, when I then am being offered to make a choice, why make choices? Choices don't matter.
The lawyer really did say it best. Yeah, that would be tough to deal with at, her age, regardless of the circumstances.
Yeah. I
like,
loved the barring circumstances.
Yeah. Right, where it's like, even without all this other shit that she's dealing with right now, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
But she does have all this other shit. So,
right.
Yeah. And the cut from the, okay, she got the haircut,
Yeah.
Mom freaks out and is like, no, what are you doing? Don't do that. And she's like, oh, but I like this haircut. Okay. Well, I'll convince her. She's dead. Like, that, I feel like usually when it's you're leading up to and then suddenly they're dead, I feel like I have a bit of a sense for that. I did not get that at all.
Yes.
Yes. I was fully sidelined by it.
This is what I think this anime does so well. We are being brought so strongly into the headspace of someone that just had their world turned upside down. That the smash cuts all service that feeling of making us feel like we're in this first person POV. You just lost both your parents in a car accident. And suddenly your world doesn't make sense anymore.
Yep.
You're jumping from this point in time to suddenly you fell asleep and it's 4.5 hours later and it's nighttime and you haven't eaten and you're hungry and you're like, wait, I'm lonely but I'm hungry, and that what do I do?
Yeah.
And so I love this feeling of the story kind of poking at it from multiple angles of the idea of like, how do you move forward? That's the general theme of the whole story.
Right.
But there's all these other decisions that you make along the way that are part of the moving forward, continuing to live life. And that's kind of what Makio's the best at, is that she will continue to live her life regardless of circumstances, other people's stuff. In some ways, she's so far on that side of the ditch where it's or on that side of the problem here, the spectrum, where it's yes, in some ways, she might do a little bit to become a little bit more balanced and come back onto maybe you can take some more insight and influence from other people.
To the point where I love the visit with Grandma, both in the Grandma reaches out and stuff, but then that's also a reason for, oh, hey, Makio to actually go with her because, I've got a driver and things like that.
And be forced to focus on all those old memories.
All those old memories, right? Like, they're doing a real good job of like, yes, of course, Asa is the main focus of the story. She is the one with the most direct conflict to address and deal with and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But the way that it's used to then pull Makio into it as well is just delightful. Whether it's the, oh yeah, I haven't been here in 5 years. Any reason for that? Oh, yeah, whatever, I guess I didn't,
Yeah.
And then going to her room, seeing all the stuff, getting all the memories, and then being like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my sister's room. And oh man, the
smash cut again.
The smash cut again to Asa just being like there. Oh, and it's her mom. And it's not that she saw her mom, because I was expecting that. She's seen her mom plenty of times before. But the fact then, no, it was actually Makio. That was brutal.
Yeah.
Like,
the blink of there's a form sitting on the bed, and the way she's sitting reminds me of my mom. So I blink. Is it my mom? No, it's not. It's her.
Right.
Whoa.
Both in the yes, she could make that mistake and all that stuff, but then also the oh yeah, maybe it would be nice if Makio was a bit of a mom for me because I could really use a mom right now. But right, she's not. Yes, we sit down. There's distance between us. But I definitely did come up here. I did not want to sit down there and listen to Grandma badmouth her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
love that little detail of wait a minute. This is actually starting to paint a really clear picture as to what happened. So, their dad, in this case, Minori and Makio's, or Minori and Makio's dad, died.
Right.
Now, it's not clear. It's not clear at what point he died.
Right.
I would say that he died well before it would be natural old age.
Sure.
Given the age of the mom. It is possible that he was like 15 years older than her or whatever. But let's just go with the idea that he died a bit young.
Right. Something happened,
or what have you. We have this combo of, maybe she's like this and she's turned a little bit cold and she went from complimenting and encouraging to kind of being a little bit dull and snide. Because we left home, dad died, any number of reasons or what have you. But we have a character in this story who kind of has been a little bit, not snide, but like kind of a little bit dull and cold, I would say. Maybe snide is a bit mean to call Makio that.
Oh, definitely.
But in some ways, if you think of just dull and snide, and you take those two and you separate them, that's the two sisters.
Yeah.
Makio is dull. She doesn't have any edge to her in a lot of ways. She just kind of is like a ball. There's not really anything to connect to, and there's not really anything that she's giving.
Right.
And then Snide is the perspective that she's had of her sister. Oh, gotcha. So then the pain, trauma, or what have you of what you have that's unresolved, that very clearly was also not just the true holistic experience of the sister and the family, what have you. It's more complicated than that. It's usually more nuanced than that. Then is these are the two, in some ways, worst parts of what the sisters inherited, and could now theoretically be passing on part of that to then, I don't know, another family member that just lost people. And isn't that fun?
And on the back of all that, we get, Makio being like, all right, I'm gonna extend an olive branch. I'm gonna, hey. And I love Makio's prefacing. I am someone who definitely prefaces as well, but Makio's prefacing is on the level of like, I don't mean to pry, but you wouldn't happen to have 6 fingers on your left hand, right? Like or right hand or whatever. Like, do you always begin conversations this way? Like goddamn Makio. But she'll get there eventually, right? Hey, Mom. My sister and I, we were beyond repair. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Where are we going with this?
Thanks. You're really making me feel like I did a good job as a mom, Anyways.
So I can't share in the sadness you feel. Okay.
So I know you're really sad because, your daughter / my sister is dead, and she's gone. I don't really care about that because, again, we were beyond repair. So, but I can listen, I guess.
Yeah. If you ever need it. I can at least lend an ear.
And it's like,
And she's just like, thanks. Like,
yeah, right.
You always throw in some unnecessary comment. I could analyze all the family discussions and conversations in this show so much, but there's so much, like you're saying, in this that's just like, oh, it's so painful.
Yep.
You have the mother who's lonely, right?
Yep.
Who clearly was more like Minori, and that she is not the kind of person who does well being alone. Or sorry, more that she's not like Makio in that she does not do well being alone.
Right. And
then when her daughter comes back home after 5 years with her granddaughter, then is like, immediately offers a time to just sit down and enjoy tea. She's like, I'm just going to be upstairs and I'm going to do with my stuff here and I'm going to avoid you.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah.
What are you communicating here?
And
then the, but if you need an ear, like, you know, you could have just needed earlier, I'll actually, like, do it.
Right.
And it's the, like,
she only decided just now that she's okay with doing that. You know?
Right. And it makes sense that maybe that's actually a process that she's going through because she needed to actually...
Sure.
It's been 5 years. She can't just jump straight into tea and everything.
And it could also be something where it's like hey, if you need something, I'm here to talk. Barring that, bye.
Yeah, exactly. You know? And then you always throw in some unnecessary comment.
Which
Holy
part was
shit.
the unnecessary part?
Well, not just that. This is the other thing. You always.
Right.
Always. You hear the word always in a relationship.
Yeah.
You better be very, very conscientious about the words that come in after that.
Yeah.
We're just saying you always throw in some unnecessary comment.
Always followed by a negative is
not a good sign.
Not good.
Not good, yeah.
Right.
And then the idea that it's okay, rather than saying thank you or yes, I doubt someone who's barely hanging on herself has the capacity to hear anyone else's struggles.
Which, like,
yeah.
So
read her mail, why don't you?
Yeah,
like,
on the one hand, okay.
Read her journal, out in front of us.
So there are a couple.
There's so many.
There are a
things
couple
here.
very opposite ways that I interpret this.
Yes. No. Go into them because I've interpreted I think all of them. Yeah.
One is and this was my initial one, I guess, is the actually saying, hey, I know you better than you think and you're not doing well either.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Definitely. Definitely.
Meaning in the purest form of being conscientious and helping while at the same time using the same kind of bluntness that Makio uses and maybe appreciates, right?
Right.
Cool. Okay. I could see that being a very positive, helpful thing in that regard. 2, she hasn't seen Makio in 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there was the whole thing at the funeral, but they haven't...
It's more she hasn't been home.
Right.
She hasn't been home. They've seen each other.
They've seen each other, but but it's
not the same.
The relationship has not been being maintained, shall we say.
They probably talked or texted and stuff on the phone. Or what have you,
Maybe, right? And so then this becomes potentially another snide remark.
Yes.
That could be completely disconnected from reality because, no, when Makio says she's doing fine, she really actually is doing fine.
Right.
She is doing just fine.
So then...
It might not be what fine looks like to you.
Yes.
Both from the standpoint of sister being dead and also the whole thing of her general lifestyle as a writer where it's just, I stay inside all day and I write. And really, truly, that is fine with me, Mom. The fact that you still don't understand that means you don't know me at all. And you're not really listening. And so maybe there's a reason why I don't want to stay for tea.
Right. No, that's all there as well. But you can go even a step further into that. And thus it's saying, hey, I am projecting out not just your thing or what have you as being its own problem or what have you, but what I hear you communicating, and this is like multiple layers here. Hey, we were beyond repairs. I can't share in the sadness you feel. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze here. Okay, maybe not. But if you ever need it, I can at least lend an ear. The person who probably needs an ear the most at this moment, right after having come home for 5 years, is actually probably Makio. The idea that it's I understand that usually, if you're an adult, especially you're this woman's age, probably, been around the block quite a bit, can kind of read between the lines of some of these things. Whenever people offer to help in a specific area, you can actually sometimes understand that that's the thing that they most want. People are usually
or at the very
offering,
least, that's what they would value.
That's what they would value, right? So, in a lot of ways, I am saying, hey, you need to give an ear really quickly because the thing I just said before this doesn't... it's unnecessary, yes. But in some ways, you're being an ear right now to my comment of like this thing that I'm processing through, that I just processed through upstairs there.
Right. My sister's gone. I'm thinking about our relationship. It was probably beyond repair.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really care about the fact that she's gone.
Right. So it's...
Anyways, if you need an ear.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
But it's the thing of where, hey, she could be projecting that, that's her own thing that I am, needing. But also, she's saying in a lot of ways, hey, I'm kind of in a horrible state right now. I doubt someone who's barely hanging on herself has the capacity to hear anyone else's struggles. Daughter, I hear you. That's your struggle that you're dealing with right now. You had an irreparable relationship with your sister. She's now dead. You don't know necessarily how to feel about that or what have you.
Oh, nice.
But I'm barely hanging on as it is. And I don't have the capacity to hear anyone else's struggles. That's a very deep level.
Yeah, that's definitely a long shot, but I like it because
I think it's 100% a long shot.
Right, because it's the...
But I think it's the unintended communication that comes through.
No, well, right. Well, but that's also the beauty of art, right?
Yes.
Is that we can think about what all the characters mean and who's to say, right? Because we don't know enough about their dynamic to actually be able to tell which is which, right?
Right.
Maybe we'll get that confirmation in the future. Who knows? But, yeah, the idea that it could be something where it's I'm not able to actually communicate clearly, and maybe that's why I even use books. So maybe her mom actually understands her very well, and that she has to use that layer of indirection.
Yep.
And so that's I understand that you're doing that. I don't understand it. I don't know if you will even pick up on the fact that I picked up on that. But I'm going to send you back something in the same way that you picked it up to basically say, sorry, I can't.
Right. Because I don't understand the way that you process things. Like, I don't understand your methods here. And this ties in rather nicely with the thing at the end of the episode here.
Yep.
Which is... Let me find this part here. Or was that in the previous episode? No, I think it might have been in the previous episode.
I think it was the previous episode with the calling our boy Shingo. Kasamachi?
Maybe. No, I was thinking of just the idea that, like, it's really hard to not just fully understand a person. Yeah, I think this was something at the end of the previous episode.
Yeah. Because she was like, we actually, like, made physical contact, like...
Right. So when you're trying to understand a person, when you get those opportunities to where you then reveal some aspect of yourself that you'd like to be more understood, or saying that you're then struggling to understand somebody else's thing, and you go through with that with them kind of acknowledging me like, yeah, that is tough. I don't have anything super helpful other than I acknowledge, yeah, it's tough. It's not easy to do. So lean on Asa in a lot of ways. Work together with her. And so I feel like this was a very sad but realistic look at what happens when tragedy hits a family.
Yeah.
And none of you have the tools to actually help each other. But you can't say that in a way that would bring about some kind of...
In a way that would be helpful.
It will, yeah.
Like,
well, you can't say that in a way that doesn't sound like you're despairing or sound like you're floundering. There's almost a pride to it. Like there's almost like a I can't tell you that I can't help you, because then that would make it seem like I can't help myself,
and then that would make you worry about me.
But I
you're
don't
already
want you
dealing
to,
with enough.
Yeah,
so,
and I don't want you to worry about me. And so there's this weird fucked up cycle where people basically throw out this kind of fake offering of I can help you a little bit, but done in such a way with all this prefacing to be like, hey, I'm disarming my own help in some ways before I do it to let you know I'm not really good at this, and then
that way I'm not overpromising.
That way
or
I'm not
whatever.
overpromising or something like that.
But it's also that kind of thing of like
where you're actually revealing too much because you're saying
I'm not going to help you in the way that would actually be difficult for me.
Right.
Because maybe the way that would be difficult for me would actually be able to be to face my own relationship and feelings about the fact that, you know, I was like distant from my sister for, 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And during that time, I might have, become so bitter by focusing on the specific things that she did that were mean to me or whatever.
Pre-novelist, so, potentially like a long time ago,
right,
too.
Right, exactly. That were a long time ago, and even if it was the epitome of mean-spirited.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, over the course of a lifetime with someone, there will be those moments where it's just like, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But outliers can just be outliers, right?
Right.
And that doesn't mean that there isn't the possibility for things to still be good and healthy and hale and whole.
Right.
But, if you end up having distance and that's the only thing you remember
or you focus on,
then that's kind of how it'll end up being. And the idea that maybe she can only realize after the fact that she's dead that she could have actually gotten to the point where she maybe had a pretty decent relationship with her sister this entire time, and she didn't, and now it's too late.
Yeah, and that's why she avoids going to the home, because the home is the reminder that there were a lot of good memories in here.
Right. Yeah, it's the reminder of what was lost. Yeah.
It's the reminder of what was lost for sure, but also the reminder of how close it was.
Right.
Because 5 years of time that she has not come back here, I'm guessing that has some correlation to her novelist career taking off.
Oh, sure. She gets super busy and all that stuff. Like, there's...
Deadlines start to hit.
Well, bringing back what the lawyer said, barring the circumstances, this is something that would still be normal.
Yeah.
You grow up, you move out, you get busy, all that stuff. The classic, oh, hey, how do you find time to go back home and all that stuff? That's something that every parent and every child has to deal with, right?
Yep.
The fact that it's on top of maybe a not great family dynamic, which also fairly normal, and then, oh, hey, now it's cemented in death.
Oh, joy. And the fact that it maybe even goes a little bit deeper because of the ways in which the two daughters adapted to their mother adapting to the death of their dad and husband, respectively.
Was it something where mom changed first, and then sister learned from that, right? Was it something where sister
learn over time.
Sister learned over time, maybe from those latent tendencies that mom did have somewhere, and then mom stopped really going to bat for her once dad died.
Yeah, fun little detail, and kind of also, I would say, important detail to remind at this point. But Minori was the older sister.
Right. So maybe there was some element of like feeling responsible and everything of dad's gone, I don't want to make it more difficult for mom,
Responsible, but that means also more time to basically have been in the...
sure.
More
foundation to have been broken.
Yes.
Like
there you go. That's a good way to say it.
Even though trauma can start insanely young, right?
Yeah.
From birth, basically. But, it definitely changes things up when.
Oh God, yeah.
You're older.
I am the oldest of my family, and so our family. But it's something that's so interesting to get into when there's like actual trauma and loss, and then the oldest child kind of becomes a pseudo parent, and it doesn't even have to be like in the most overt ways.
Sure,
but like
parentification is a thing.
Parentification is a thing for sure, and so this is this is a fun dynamic that we'll get to unpack more and more as Makio is more and more willing to remember other things about the family.
Right. Which also is where it's the, oh, hey, maybe they're like the disaster, like polar opposites, kind of set up, right? Her and Asa. But maybe you guys are kind of perfect for each other. Maybe you guys will be able to cover for each other's bases, take care of each other,
Yeah.
see each other's blind spots, all that stuff. But
yeah. I like that we're already talking about cliques in high school. There's a bit of a jump in the conversation here. But the idea that there's already that little bit of...
friend might not be the same level of friend that she was in junior high.
Well, but I was also going to say the way in which people talk about others when they're not within earshot, then kind of inferring some of the things that Asa was kind of avoiding with Grandma. But then it's the little girl here, or sorry, not little, just shorter girl here, then getting gossiped about because it's the, well, she was bullied in middle school. But it's like, okay, wait, why is that weird? Weird because
she's pretty, I guess.
Well, no, weird because like she's not getting bullied
now.
Oh
no. Weird that she's in the cool circle now.
Well, right, but why? Should she be bullied because she was bullied in middle school? No, it's like I genuinely would be. Maybe I'm reading way too much into that.
I think you might be reading a bit too much into it. I think I'm with you with the potential subtext, but I think it's more just the like, it is a change within the social pecking order.
It's something.
Right?
It's something
that's pretty dramatic.
It's something to me that is like right adjacent to some very unhealthy things because then they end it with, "Look, if I had a face like hers, I'd totally be cool with bullying."
Yeah.
What the fuck? Maybe I just don't hang out with people like this. But like,
no.
Starting with, she'll be safe now. That's good. Weird that then face with hers, I'd be cool with bullying. Wait, so.
Oh yeah.
So wait a minute.
No, we've already got some bullying starting
some
up.
weird envy kind of based things like that.
Yay, high school.
Yeah, and we're like week 1. Like this is very
well. Kids move quick. Like
yes.
Whether it's you're talking about learning or being awful to each other or making friendships and ending them or whatever. So. Understandable, Makio, that it might be a bit exhausting.
Makio?
Yeah. Like, yes, Asa potentially too, but she's also she is one of the teenagers, right?
dealing with
high
school teenagers. I see what
right,
you're saying.
where it's like all of a sudden there's a teenager in my home and, I want to be helpful, but also, oh man, I need to adjust my brain chemistry to be able to,
right.
like understand some stuff, the grief and the loss and all that stuff. Okay, cool. But like,
yeah. Oh man. Now I wanted to bring up while it's a pretty interesting plot thing that the guardianship funds and everything like that is being addressed here.
Yeah, and I like that as a detail because yes, that would absolutely.
There's a plot point that we thought was going to get brought up earlier, but the idea that we're exploring it through the idea that she bought a MacBook because, and kind of in a weird way, because she thought that Makio would say no to her doing it, which, okay, maybe correct actually, but that's probably more because of the logistics of tapping into the guardianship funds is a full, like it's a larger process.
And maybe I just haven't really bought MacBooks or something, but 300,000 yen, that feels like a lot for a laptop.
it's like $2,200, I would say. Like,
okay, all right, never mind then. Then that feels for a Mac that feels a lot more like reasonable. I was still going off of the 100 to 1 kind of conversion. Where
No.
100 to 1
is not
been that
anymore.
for a long time.
Well, we're in modern Japan here. Like right. This is not meant to be some time where there's like no fancy smartphones or what have you.
Right, and I like that they bring it up and that it might even be something where it's like it's not going to happen or it's going to have to happen in like a specific way or something because no, it's not that you can't have a MacBook or something, but it's hey, you're going through a lot right now. We want to make sure that you are being financially responsible and this is potentially a lot of money and you're not used to having a lot of money.
Okay.
And that would be a whole big thing to like in general anyways.
Sure.
But then on top of that when you're 15 and then hey, on top of that, you just lost your parents and everything. Like,
Yeah.
spending money as a way to try and feel like you have control
Sure.
is very much a thing that can happen.
Yeah, that can happen.
And so the idea that they have some adults here to like look over the thing and be like, hang on, what's this?
Okay, so I wasn't. Okay, gotcha. That's cool. I definitely agree that is a whole angle with things there. I feel like that is way more of like an adult thing.
Sure.
Because this isn't her money and stuff. I wanted to get at the idea that she felt shame, specifically at the idea that she wants or needs the laptop.
Oh, okay,
Like,
yeah.
like Asa, like.
Oh, yeah.
Like in some ways, even the dialogue gets a little bit on the nose with it. Like, I took you for the shameless sword, you know? It's like,
Right.
I'm sorry for being so shameless. And then it's the, oh, you know, like, sorry about that. And then it's the, oh, I did it.
Right.
I bought a computer, I bought a laptop. You can tell the shame's coming out of her voice here. And then when she actually tries to explain why she thought I wouldn't get the laptop, there's no logic to it. It's actually completely illogical, and it's contradicted, actually, by the things that
Makio has
literally told her multiple times. And it brings up the, wait a minute, Asa, has she ever restricted your actions before? Like, are you, like, he went from being like lawyer to social care worker in a second
being
there.
like, oh, hang on now, you know.
Yeah, is this an unhealthy dynamic? And it's the like, no, actually,
That's literally never happened.
But, oh,
I thought she might.
yeah, I'm confused. And part of that, again, and this is what's so fun about this, she's realizing in the moment that she's conflated Makio as her mother in a way that she can't fully explain out loud because it hurts too much. And so I love the idea that what is shame? Just pride, just putting on a disguise, basically. It's a form of pride, basically masquerading as something to put yourself down so that you stay isolated and you stay basically disconnected.
Yeah.
So then how do you basically get rid of shame? Humility. You basically open up. You let it out. You take the shame and you put it out into the open, and you let it be revealed for what it is, so that you are no longer afflicted by it. Like shame is literally poison.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's from a therapy, like mental health perspective, there is like one other thing in existence worse than shame.
Yep, there's literally like a
a hierarchy.
A hierarchy of the emotions and stuff.
Despair is number one.
Despair
That's
is
the worst.
Despair is the worst. Shame is right above that.
And it's so liberating, I think, for many people to realize that, because a lot of people put shame like not even in the top 5 worst things.
Sure.
Like that shame is like their ally. Shame is actually a helpful thing. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
You are microdosing on poison.
Right, like a lot of people would think like, oh, like, no, anger is way worse than shame or something. It's like,
no,
not even close.
No, not even close.
Certainly not, at least as far as personal well-being is concerned.
Right.
Right.
And so I just thought this was so powerful as a thing of where she can't process through the complex emotions of it, but she's able to be like, wait, I need to let the lie that I've believed here, which isn't even really what she's feeling, but it's the closest thing she can say.
Yeah.
Because this level of disconnect that she has, because she needs the mother figure in her life. She needs someone to basically fill that role and that need.
Yep.
That she's almost started to project her mother onto Makio in like a totality sense.
Well, and also let's bring this up in the context of the episode.
Yeah.
She has trouble making decisions. She wishes that she had someone who expressed an active opinion one way or another about the things that she did. This is a more extreme example of the whole thing with the hair.
Right.
She wanted Makio to say, no, you're not doing that. I won't allow it. That's crazy. Why'd you get this idea? You know, blah, 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 whatever, right? But she didn't.
Right.
So instead, not instead as in directly related to this, but it stems from that same place, right? Okay, I want to make decisions. I need to be able to make decisions, all that stuff. Well, I thought she was going to not let me join the band. Maybe I wanted her to tell me that I couldn't, and so I'll pretend that she was going to.
See, I don't even think it's that conscious.
No, it isn't conscious.
Right.
But like, this subconscious maybe of what's happening.
For sure, I won't harp on the verb. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And so I will rebel against this fake version of her by getting this laptop.
Yep.
And the thing is that the whole idea of getting a laptop to help make music or whatever, hey, potentially that could be fine.
Sure.
But, and I think this is, even though I wasn't thinking about this specific connection, I think that's part of where I went into the whole, like, responsibility with money.
Reckless
exactly.
spending. Sure.
Reckless spending is because you didn't necessarily need to do that, right? So let's talk about this. Let's think about this. Yeah, if you need a computer to make music or something, you're a teenager in the modern day.
This goes back to the old thing that she brought up before of I need to stand out. So she's trying to do something pretty spectacular,
right?
And get herself set up to where she's making her own music with a MacBook software and all that. And she's like,
right,
yeah, that'll help in the high school thing.
Right. And it's like, okay, how much of it is because you want to make the music versus, potentially showing up with a shiny new toy or whatever.
Sure.
And while that doesn't have to be the case, that could be the case. And from there, it could go to something crazier. And then, hey, let's make sure that we rein this in. Yeah. And that's where we could have that conversation of, okay, what kind of responsibilities do you want me to have, Asa, in order to make sure that I can basically help you? Right. Because you are your own person and all that stuff. I am here purely in a supplementary position, right? And I do not want to be taking control away from you. That being said, you're figuring things out. You're learning. We want you to be able to make mistakes and not have it have big consequences. What are some ways that can be good for both of us for me to be able to shelter you from a bit of those while still equipping you to make those decisions?
Right. Where you don't have to feel like this is some kind of petty revenge because your mother died on you.
Exactly. And
and
that's just one aspect of this episode.
That's just one little aspect. Yep.
Yeah.
This is how good this show is.
It's
art.
Amazing.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And ain't art incredible.
Art incredible. Yeah. I'm sure you could put a completely different person, like completely opposite to like one of us, and they'd get maybe some of this, but then a lot of other things too.
Yep. Well, and it's something that oh man, it's interesting because I want to make stories, right? The idea of doing what Makio does and making stories about, people in a fantastical land or whatever, and they want to get home and they have adventures and all this stuff. Yeah, great. That sounds awesome. Fantastic. And I see stuff like this and I'm like, holy fuck.
I mean, the medium helps.
The medium helps.
Let's not discount the medium.
Yeah. The medium helps. It is an adaptation that is done very well to then elevate the source material that was already there.
Right.
On top of all the refinement and final product and stuff that you're seeing rather than the early creative, rough gemstone process.
Right, that already was a little bit edited too.
Right, exactly. But also,
right. That's why I think this anime is really special, is that I can clearly see the director's hand in the actual presentation of the stuff here, and the consistency with delivering the themes through that kind of lens over and over and over again.
Yep.
And we've, been through 5 episodes, and it's pretty damn strong and consistent at this point. So I have no reason to doubt that it's going to slow down at any point.
Right.
So let's keep going. Let's enjoy this here. And then maybe have also just some cute little moments of catharsis as their not family unit just kind of just awkwardly sits on the couch together in their little 3-person deal here. While I love the two not couple here are totally
cuddling up with their glasses of wine.
Cuddling up, but then they're also spreading their legs and knees out as far as possible.
Meanwhile, teenager is sitting there I am here too.
They're comfortable and open and vulnerable, and she's just I am here.
Right.
But it's nice that I do not feel alone right now.
They might not be all cozy together on the couch just yet. We're in episode 5. But this is still nice and precious and wholesome. And let's watch this this thing that you're passionate about because we care about you. Well, Makio might not be I might not love you. I might not see you as a daughter and everything.
Right.
I do care about you. Oh, hey, this thing that you're passionate about is on TV. Hey,
let's
get in here.
Let's focus around this. Let's
share
this
in
a connection together. Offering.
Exactly.
So then,
tell me that part about it that you really like.
Right. So then she repeats or in some ways fully first asks the, can I join the band? Yeah, sure. Do what you want.
Yep.
Yeah, I will. And it's the joy of right. That's it. She learned the lesson here. I'm so excited for Asa's progress throughout this story.
Like, this is just a great story on growing up and coming of age.
Right.
Completely separate from the grief and the trauma and the loss and everything. Although it has that too as well, you know.
Yeah. I also loved I did this to the Asa the other day. I must have picked it up from you.
He's like,
and his kind of smirk as he goes to sip some wine. Because I wonder with this guy, he brought up early in his introduction.
Theoretically, we could get back together.
Well, no. You changed my life, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Right.
And it's the things of where what I think it might be is that when you watch someone transform due to your connection, it's really then easy to see, if you end up noticing it, then the way that you yourself are transforming due to the shared connection.
Yeah.
There's something I think that happens where when you get so comfortable with a person, you like mold into each other. Like
you're the sum of the 5 people closest to you or whatever. And so then if they change, then therefore that would make sense for you to change. And if you see that they're changing, then maybe you'll notice the ways in which you're changing. And
It's really easy to see those patterns there. And what I think one of the things that might have been so incredible was that it's not that she changed some specific thing in his life necessarily. It's that they became so close and so connected that he changed.
Right.
Like, she changed him dramatically.
Right. And it could be something as, not simple because this is complex and it's a big thing, but like as normal as, oh, hey, you fall in love with somebody and then you realize you want to be the best person you can be
for them.
And so then you end up being like, all right,
best version of yourself.
I'm going to be the best version of myself.
Right.
And then
that's just healthy.
You know, right. Yeah, exactly.
So it also could be something where he's like, whoa, she valued and respected and loved me enough to
emulate
things that were about me, to the point where I then, instead of feeling that little bit of shame about who I am, I'm then able to value myself because I'm then seeing it in somebody else.
And that might not even have been something that he thought about that he did. Right. And then, oh, hey, she mentions it here. And now it's like, oh, damn, cool.
So, like, I am probably projecting a little bit in that respect, because that's actually the way in which I feel the most beneficial. Feel like that's something that's helped the most for me is when that kind of thing has happened.
Right. And that's where I think the... maybe this is going a bit too much into meta stuff.
Okay.
But the fact that we don't actually know him that well means that him doing the like stoic guy thing of like getting the wistful look on his face as he smiles and goes to take a drink of wine, that is actually very helpful and mechanical and good, because we don't need to know exactly what he is feeling here. We can imprint our own feelings onto that because we know what it would be like to experience that.
Yeah, he has a positive response to it.
Right, exactly. And so his specific flavor of what that means, we can get to know that more as the story goes on, right? And this is something that'll get us plenty emotionally attached.
It's a cue for later.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But, just wonderful writing,
show.
Wonderful characters, and also just so little bullshit. I have to say,
like, it wasn't some family drama with the money or something like that.
The lawyer being brought in was the quintessential, and suddenly the
drama.
Lawyer appears because the grandma is stealing from the granddaughter.
And even him being antagonistic.
There's an antagonist potentially involved. Yeah,
and him being antagonistic even makes sense because he thinks she's doing it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, shoot, I thought, okay, all right, I'm so sorry. I've been,
and see,
how can I help? You know?
Right. And it's so good because I think a more melodramatic writer would be like, well, he has no reason to trust her, even though she's imploring him to please, like, slow down. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not getting this. He could read that the wrong way and see, you've been caught, and so you feel guilt regarding the fact that I've caught you.
Or after he explains himself, she's pissed about it, and so then, it's still, whatever.
But no, the story is like, no, we have progress to get through. We're not going to slow things down here for the sake of some melodrama.
Right, or the fact that, like, they very much did the setup of like, is this a love triangle?
Oh my God.
With like him coming out and shaking the hands, and then ex-boyfriend.
He's just a mechanism to accelerate their relationship.
But ex-boyfriend being like,
Smash cut. We don't see any of his response to that.
Yeah, but we don't need to like.
Nope.
It doesn't turn into something or whatever. It's just like, oh hey, hi, right? And then show continues and moves on.
Show continues.
And it's great.
Ah,
Yeah.
God, it's a long recording, but I think this show deserves it. I think this show really is just a cut above just general drama you're gonna get, but then also focusing on something that is being utilized to such a degree that we're able to get this much meat out of it. It's just, it's a pleasure.
And that's on top of the whole thing of like, oh yeah, your best friend coming into high school. Are you guys going to stay best friends, or is she gonna kind of get a new group of best friends? And how do you feel about that?
They're definitely teasing some things there, but they're taking that subplot rather slowly. I don't think that we're going there immediately.
Exactly. Well,
but we could be headed there by the end of the season. Yeah.
And even if that happens, that doesn't mean it's some big point of world-ending drama.
Right.
It's just another thing that, a character notices and they feel certain things about that, but that doesn't mean progress grinds to a halt or everything must focus on that until it's resolved in some, trite way or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh man, no. I gotta end the discussion here. So
we're in for a good time.
We're having a good time, and it's a really good time that we've been having.
If it isn't something where it ends with this season, right? Where it's not a one and done thing.
Right.
We need that second season.
Yeah, this is the kind of show that I would watch 10 seasons of.
Yeah.
Because I think they would do a good job with keeping the progress, even if it slows down over time, because it should, because eventually the conflict will actually just melt away a lot.
I could see you not wanting maybe more than 5 seasons.
No, I would say you could end this show literally in 2 seasons.
Theoretically. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You could end it in 1, but I think the sweet spot would be 2. But
maybe 3.
I think that, there's a very good likelihood that this is something that has a good number of volumes, and thus we definitely need a lot of this material. This is just
give
wonderful.
all of it to
all
us,
of it. We will
please.
just devour. It's wonderful. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us, the community there, about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.